I didn't know how to study well or manage my time. And so that left me not feeling prepared for things and not even wanting to try to feel prepared for things. I didn't think I was going to do well. So I would say that coming into the program, that's where I was at. I feel like I got to college and people, said it was going to be harder, but I was like, okay, people said high school was going to be difficult and my high school really wasn't. And so I got there and then it was. And it wasn't hard in terms of homeworks or things. And I knew theoretically how to write well, but I think it was hard almost entirely because of time management. Because in high school, you have a very structured day, right? You're there. My high school started kind of late. It was 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. You have all that built-in time and that built-in accountability. You have sports or whatever in high school. So you get home and after dinner, you have 2 hours to do all your things you need to do. Like that is your time for homework. In college, you'll have one class at 9 a.m., one class at 3 p.m. And so the time in between that, you either spend playing video games with your friends or actually mapping out when you're going to do work. There's no built-in accountability in terms of your schedule, and there's also not teachers who are going after you and emailing you about things, right? Like that's, I think, one of the other important distinctions is teachers aren't checking up on you as frequently, your parents aren't there. And so unless you have your own calendar, it can be very hard to stay on top of things and prioritize doing schoolwork. I started Komo probably 4 weeks into the semester, I would guess. In those first 4 weeks, I didn't really have grades that much, but I wouldn't say I was feeling confident with mapping out the rest of the semester, right? Because in the first 2 weeks of everything, people will have 200s in random classes and be like, oh, this is all going well. And then it kind of all fizzles as the semester goes on. It's generally how I feel like it happens, your grade just kind of slowly drops as everything happens, which I think definitely happened to me a lot. I think this program was really helpful because it didn't have my grades end up having that slow, sad fizzle, because I could plan out my whole semester and feel really good about it.
How did you find out about us? When Henry's mentioning the program, he's talking about our 8-week program. How did you find out about us, and what was your your thoughts on it at first? And you can be very honest here, Henry. I won't take offense.
My mom told me about it. She recommended it as an option for me. At first I was like, I don't need an option like that, because I was like, oh, it's in person. I'm fine. And I think that one thing is sometimes you don't realize there's a problem until somebody gives you a very good solution. So for me, I didn't know there was a problem until I was saying finishing the Komo evening program. I looked back and I was like, wow, that I definitely was in a much different place then than I am now. But I don't think some people will see that. I think a lot of people won't see that until you're past it. Recognizing that while some subjects will feel pointless to you, the habits that you build will be important forever. I personally despise math classes, and I only have to take one more math class ever, which is statistics. But I think that anything that you don't like, if you treat it more as a way that you're required to get experience in school, because you're required to take it. So think of it as required experience that you have to get in school, as opposed to, this torturous class that I have to survive through till the end, because you're taking it either way, right? You're taking it whether you're going to enjoy it or not. And so it seems to me like it's a waste of your time and whoever is teaching its time if you don't try to get the most out of it. And when you do get the most out of it, it becomes energizing because you're accomplishing something rather than surviving something. I would say have a healthy obsession with your schedule is the best thing. I know that we talked about this yesterday a little bit, but I missed having my schedule for a day when I was traveling home for break, and I was freaking out. I was like, oh my God, I don't know where my schedule is. I haven't looked at my schedule all day. I haven't planned out my day yet. And so having a plan and being able to stick to that plan in multiple locations. I know that I have varying degrees of my future schedule in 3 different locations, both on paper and on my computer, is super important and can be life-changing.